First of all, thank you to the Alumni Association and to you for reaching out. It's always fun and pleasure to talk to fellow IFMites. I'm not sure, if it's a very illustrious career. Every career is a career, every job is a job, trust me. Whichever the organization is, you work. And, it's been great experiences, I must admit. And I've followed issues rather than organizations. And the issue I've followed is initially climate change, and that's what I learned in IFM. And then I pursued it as a career, but as in your first job, you realize that may not be your last job, and you evolve in your thinking and your pursuit of what you want to do. And I must admit, I've been fortunate enough that what I wanted to do became my job as well. Starting with my first job was, not many people know, it was a small consulting assignment with Forest Trends, US consulting organization. Thereafter, TERI, the Energy and Resource Institute in Delhi. I had a bent of more public policy. I was never cut for private sector organizations. So I quickly moved to public policy, first TERI and then Ernst & Young for carbon markets and all that, and moved to UN very quickly. And you already listed out where all I've worked, so I won't get into details there, but the way at least I pursued my career is, you have to see your career as a continuous learning. It will never stop. Your degree at IFM is just a starting point. After that, you have to learn every day. You have to hone your skills every day and pursue your goals every day. And that's what I want to tell my fellow IFMite, that make incremental progress every day. You can achieve whatever you want, whatever you set your eyes on, and nothing is beyond reach. So many IFMites I've seen, they pursue another degree after IFM with the belief that IFM degree is not enough. You need an international stamp. Well, I'm one of those who didn't do that. I think you can spend equal effort and time in doing your job and pursuing the career you want. You can always have a degree, but I don't think it's IFM degree is any less. I think every day you have to add something new to your, whether it's a minute new addition in your skill set, refining it, reading more about what you want to learn. Every day you have to add on to something. And you have to make your own schedule. I've seen people, sparing their Friday to learn more and acquire new skills. I had the practice of doing something every day, find time, The other thing, learning, and it started in IFM, then when I was graduating along with my batch, we didn't have specializations. So it was a journal, PGDFM, and the sole sustainability and forestry specialization came later. And climate change was not even a course. I remember Suprabha ma'am teaching us in natural resource management, and one lecture on climate change and CDM and all that. But then you pursue your own path. All my projects were somewhere related to climate change. All my presentations were around climate change. I attended various seminars on my own on climate change. The point is, you define your own path and pursue it. I don't buy into this argument that, I don't have resources. If you have internet, you have everything in the world. So pursue it. Resources are there. So you can't say, I don't have the best resources. Google is your resource. And IFM Library connects you to various other esteemed journals. Second is, I think once you start pursuing your goals, as they say, when you really want it, all powers of the world will come and support you. So you'll find, the links will form organically. You don't have to actively pursue some sort of a networking exercise. If you do hard work, you have the spark in you, and you pursue your dreams. People will support you. They have supported me all along, starting from my first job till where I am. But you have to show your worth. You can't just be dependent on your networks. So I would say, two things, or rather three things. incrementally increase your knowledge and skills every day. Make it a habit that you're adding something to your skill set, and it doesn't stop once you have the diploma in your hand. It just starts from there.
Okay.
Second is resources are available. So, don't buy into I don't have resource. If you have internet, this world is open to you. And third is people will help you, support you if you keep moving forward. Those are the three lessons of my journey. It's a misnomer. It's a difficult time. I think climate change is the issue globally, along with sustainable development. Wherever you go these days, either it's corporate, public, international, domestic, it's in the top three risks or opportunities for either public sector or private sector. So I think, the batches which are here now or would be coming are really fortunate. This field is awash with opportunities. You just have to say what you can offer. I think the question is the reverse. What do you have to offer? Either you focus on public policy or the private sector side of it, and just go at it. Corona hasn't changed anything. I think it has given you more time to sit back and read and reflect and not just roam around in IFM campus with a beer in hand. So, when we started climate change, I was telling you, not even a subject at IFM. I think I was the first batch who pursued climate change as a career. Now everybody talks about climate change. It seems whole world has got an expertise on climate change. So, opportunities are awash, and very high paying jobs are there, very reputable jobs are there. Name an institution, they need climate change and sustainable development expertise. So, just focus on yourselves. That's my advice. It's funny you ask. We used to have a lot of parties, and I had a bunch of friends from my batch. We always used to eat, drink, and dance and gossip and enjoy. I think, studying was the end of this cycle. Somehow we survived, but, many people remember me rightly and wrongly. I was the first student council president as well. And so we had elections in our time, and that was another memory. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, late night gossip, just sitting in the lawn and enjoying. We used to go out a lot, to Badbada Dam and this. I learned my kayaking in Bhopal, so that's one thing which will stay with me in life. Yeah. But, the flip side is when I used to come back in the morning after the kayaking session, first 3 classes, I was just sleeping. So it was fun. But I had good fortune of learning from some very great minds who are still in touch with and seek their guidance. You may not remember, you never may have encountered Dr. R.K. Singh, Dr. Madhu Verma, Dr. Suprabha Patnaik.
Patnaik ma'am teaches.
Yeah, so she was the one who first taught me about climate change.
Okay.
Yogesh Dubey sir and Rathore sir.
Yes, they are there, yeah.
They used to like me. Sometimes they used to hate me because I was a troublemaker too. Our student council presidents are. And, I being a Sardar, I bring a lot of attitude with myself. So, we used to have a lot of dance parties.
Okay.
So it was fun. No regrets in IFM. I think time just flew. Made good friends. We are friends for life. And good time.
Yeah, that will definitely ring a bell for a lot of IFMites. I mean, YD sir, CSR sir, Patnaik ma'am are still there with us. They have been teaching us. Memories like these bring the IFM family closer to each other, and a lot of people would be able to relate with such wonderful memories you shared.
Nobody boxed me into do this or do that. Either they were supportive or they just let me do whatever I wanted, and they didn't obstruct my way. So climate change was never taught, but I did everything on climate change. So no faculty said, why are you focusing on this only? We don't know what you're doing. So they let me do. So I was a free bird. Used to get almost every book photocopied from the library. The librarian was really generous. I'm missing his name, but he was a very good guy. He used to let me sit there till I wanted. So frankly, I did whatever I wanted in an IFM, and nobody told me to do otherwise. And I think that freedom let my imagination fly, and it was supported by resources, the guidance, the coursework, and all. But that was all feeding into my imagination and what I wanted to do. And I think freedom at that stage, when your mind is not boxed into one idea or other, is hugely important. And if you can't decide for yourself when you're post graduating, I don't think you can even decide later. It just gives you a frame. So I would say that's the biggest contribution of IFM. It let me do whatever I wanted to do.